Hello, what's up, everybody? Welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Elite Weather. I am your meteorologist, and this is the most elite weather forecast you are going to find on the internet. I can guarantee you that. So let's jump into that weekend weather forecast as we talk about some nasty stuff down in Texas with a lot of excessive rainfall and some nasty tornadoes and severe thunderstorms across the upper plain states. So let's jump into that weather forecast as we look at that big storm system moving across the center of the country. Look at this big comet shape out here. We have that big area of low pressure. Also, we have a warm front lifting up there. So we're going to be seeing our triple point in play, some inclusion in this forecast. So we're going to see those tornadoes here across the upper Midwest because of our area of low pressure. So we're going to have that twisting in the atmosphere because of that big area of low pressure. So we're going to be seeing those thunderstorms capable of producing large tornadoes, some very large hail, 2 inches in diameter or bigger, and excessive rainfall could be possible, especially down to the south here in Texas, where we can see that excessive rainfall over North Texas into Oklahoma. And we're going to be seeing those heavy downpours down there across southern Texas. So San Antonio to the Mexican border, Del Rio, Abilene, Texas. And we're going to be seeing Odessa, Midland as well, Fort Stockton. So a lot of these places out here in Texas are ranch lands. Our ranchers are going to be dealing with a lot of heavy rainfall for their day on Saturday. And as we take a closer look at the action down there in Texas, this is where we're going to be seeing that severe thunderstorm threat tomorrow, and our primary focus is going to be on excessive rainfall. We will deal with some damaging wind, we will have some large hail, and there's always the possibility of an isolated tornado, but our primary focus is going to be the rainfall totals, which could exceed 7 inches in some locations across Texas and in the upper Midwest through Des Moines, Iowa here, through Nebraska, South Dakota, Minnesota, Kansas, Missouri. So we're going to be seeing those severe thunderstorms on your day on Saturday. And our primary threat, tornadoes, 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 and hail. Very large hail, 2 to 3 inches in diameter, excessive heavy rainfall, dangerous lightning. So frequent lightning is going to be possible as well, as we're going to have a highly charged atmosphere with some of those severe thunderstorms across the northern plains for your day on Saturday. Mr. G is hot, so I'm really trying to book through this. Here is the area of low pressure up there across the upper Midwest, and it's going to be bringing that round of severe weather through the Des Moines area about 1 a.m. tonight. So we're going to be seeing that later tonight, those severe thunderstorms moving into the Des Moines area and down to the south in Texas. Look at all of this rainfall over West Texas. So near the West Texas town of El Paso, we're going to be seeing those severe thunderstorms producing that heavy rainfall where we can see up to 7 inches of rain. Don't forget, all modes of severe weather is going to be possible with this activity as well. So we're going to be dealing with some excessive rain, damaging winds, large hail, 2-inch diameter hail, and the possibility of tornadoes across the Alamo State for your day on Saturday. So in the early morning hours, you're going to see that. And that rain is going to really kick off there in the afternoon. We're going to see that heavy rain over northwestern Texas near the Oklahoma Panhandle and the Texas, north of the Texas Panhandle. We're going to see those very heavy rain showers and across the Gulf Coast. So Houston, St. Padre Island here, Galveston, Beaumont, you're going to see that heavy and excessive rainfall down here across central and southern Texas. So San Antonio is going to be right in the bullseye for the heaviest rain on your Saturday. And then on your Saturday, here's that our big system, big picture, that severe weather down here in Texas, our excessive rain, and our severe thunderstorms across the upper Midwest. We got a nice triple point there that's going to give us a good spin in the atmosphere. So we're going to get some of those large hail producers and some tornadoes likely as well across the northern plains for your Saturday and Sunday. And here is our rainfall totals. We're going to be seeing those rainfall totals here, 3 to 5 inches in Del Rio and up to 7 inches down in Laredo, Texas. 3 to 5 inches in the San Antonio area as well. So this is that bullseye, our axis of that very heavy rain across the state of Texas for your Saturday. So that's where we're going to have our flooding issues. And on Sunday, here is our upper Midwest. This is the Ohio Valley, where we're going to be dealing with the possibility of the likelihood of severe weather out that way, as our storm system lifts into the upper Midwest and into the Great Lakes. So we're going to see the potential for some tornadoes, some large hail, damaging winds, heavy rainfall as well. So all modes of severe weather is going to be possible here across the Ohio Valley on your Sunday. And then as we talk about the heat across the Pacific Northwest, we have a big dome of high pressure over Western Canada, and that extends all the way up to the Northwest Territories and British Columbia of Canada, and that's going to bring a lot of heat off of the northern plains. So the high plains of Canada, the northern plains of the United States, that air is going to be going counterclockwise over the top of that ridge. So we're going to see that warm air moving to the west over the Portland and Seattle. That air is going to go up over the Cascade Mountain Range. And when it gets to the top and over the mountains, we're going to see what's called subsidence or compression. That air is going to compress as it comes down the mountain and heat up. That's why we are going to see those temperatures reach some of the low to mid 90s in some instances across the Pacific Northwest. Here is a look at some of those temperatures that we're going to be seeing out there. Look at those temperatures in the low to mid 90s in Portland, upper 80s in Seattle, and we're going to be seeing those temperatures here in northwestern California, in Redding in the lower to middle 90s. Those temperatures in the upper 80s, lower 90s in Eugene. Boise, going to be pretty nice over there with those temperatures in the upper 70s. And look at that 80, 81 for the folks in Spokane on your Saturday and Sunday. But the early morning is really, I think, is what the special part of this forecast is. How beautiful and nice and comfy the morning hours are going to be. Those temperatures in the middle 50s. Going to be excellent sleeping weather there across the Pacific Northwest. When you wake up in the morning, it's going to be hard to wipe the sleep out of your eyes. I hope you enjoy that beautiful, dry weather. So a nice stretch of dry weather across the Pacific Northwest. Here is the week ahead. So into next week, very warm weather. Those temperatures in the upper 80s to lower 90s. We're going to see those mid 80s up there in Seattle, those mid 80s in Eugene, and we're going to be seeing those upper 80s to lower 90s for Portland, and we're also going to be seeing those upper 80s for Boise, temperatures in the 80s for Spokane as well. So a bit on the warm side, and it will be a dry heat, so I do have to be specific about the dry heat. So there is a nice spread in the temperatures. That's one of the reasons why it's going to be so comfortable in the morning hours across the Pacific Northwest. It's because the lack of humidity allows for the air molecules to move around a lot faster, because you're not dealing with the added element of water droplets in between, so you don't have as much in the atmosphere to contend with. So you got a much better potential of boundary level, the mixed layer, so you can mix the atmosphere can heat up. So, and that is a good thing. Why you dry heat is better than humid air. You can get a better spread of temperatures where you can have morning temperatures in the 50s but still reach 100 for an afternoon high, as opposed to if you was in Miami where your morning overnight low is 75 and your daytime high is 85 to 90, because of the amount of moisture in the air. It kind of puts a limit on the amount of mixing that the atmosphere can do because of that added elements in the air. That's a lot more work for the sun to do on that atmosphere. This is why it's important for meteorology students to take physics, chemistry, and when you're becoming a meteorologist. 2 years of physics, a whole year of chemistry, and you have 3 years of calculus and differential equations. Becoming a meteorologist is a lot of work, but it's only if you're dedicated to it, if you want to do it, the math will become easy because you want to do it. And I struggle with math, so I have to do extra to learn the math. I am not a math whiz, so I have to do a lot of work. It's a labor of passion and love that I do it for. So, yeah. So again, here's that big high amplitude ridge over the western half of the continent that's going to be responsible for that lovely heat across the northwest and the northern part of the United States, and as well as into southern Canada, our infamous heat dome here across the northwest. Here are some temperatures of northwestern cities into the middle of next week. I will stand here so you can see those temperatures from Seattle down to Eugene, Oregon. Those temperatures in the mid to upper 80s to lower 90s. My name is Mr. G. That is your weather forecast. Thank you for watching me today, guys. Leave a like, comment, subscribe to the channel. I will see you guys all tomorrow in the next weather forecast. Bye-bye.